The humble potato is one of Skyrim's staple ingredients, found growing on every farm. Like many fruits and vegetables, potatoes store surprisingly well in barrels. While considered more practical than valuable and not good for much more than eating, this recipe makes them taste like they're worth their weight in septums. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to my kitchen. I'm gonna warn you, there's probably gonna be some background noise. There's some loud TV happening in another room. But we're doing the Skyrim double-baked potatoes because who doesn't enjoy a good baked potato to, like, the extreme? Got the book here. I'm gonna, like, fully disclose now, we're fucking with the recipe. Unless it's baking, I don't follow the recipe exactly. Because in baking, it's about chemistry. It's the way it is for a reason. In cooking, it's mostly about flavor, so if you know what you're doing, you can do a lot with it. That being said, first we gotta wash the potatoes. Now, while these potatoes quickly dry, the next thing that's worth mentioning is normally you would preheat your oven. I don't have an oven. I'm preheating my air fryer. So, pops up the thing in. We're going to preheat to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Bear with the beeping. And an air fryer, 45 minutes. We're going to let that preheat, and while it's doing that, potatoes are nice and dry. Next step for the potatoes is we stab them. And there's a reason why you stab your potatoes before you, like, bake them and cook them and stuff, is you want to poke these holes so that the steam can escape. If the steam doesn't escape, your potato explodes. A potato exploding sounds fun until you have to clean it up and not eat. I mean, I guess you could eat it, but it's you're probably not going to get to do with it what you want it to. Like, if you're following this recipe and your potatoes explode, kind of fucked. Hope you have some more potatoes to try again. So make sure you, like, you know, really go to town with these. Get them all over the potatoes. And then, hopefully that doesn't preheat too fast. I hate to have to pause it. But the next step, just to get the really crispy outsides, you don't have to, but you can if you want to get the crispy outsides, is we're basically going to give these potatoes erotic butter massages. It's going to be good. So, got the butter here. Massage the potato. I'm glad I cleaned the counters, because I'm going to have to clean them again, but at least I can just put the potatoes straight down. And the rest of the butter is going to come in handy later. You'll see what we're doing with it after this. Just gotta get the potatoes in the air fryer and wash my hands. Washed. Potatoes are lubed. Stick them in the air fryer. And let them bake for the 45 minutes in an air fryer. The paperweights are falling. Now, 45 minutes is a bit of time. It's a bit of a wait. That doesn't mean we just sit around on our asses and fiddle our thumbs and whatnot. We got shit to do. We gotta prepare for when those potatoes are done. We do the next step of cooking. First things first, we need our butter in a bowl. Once the butter is in the bowl, we're going to get some cheddar and grate it into the bowl as well. just want to stick to one type of cheddar, I've got another piece of cheddar. Different cheddar. Extra cheddar. Grate that into the bowl as well. I had this whole like hem and haw on whether or not to turn this into some sort of like roleplay, but my Skyrim character, my main Sona, is a Khajiit. She's a Silera, so it's not exactly, you know, cat ear headband and stand in the kitchen. Maybe one day though. That being said, we're gonna add some bacon bits to the mix. Because who doesn't love bacon bits? Notice that I keep washing my hands while I work in the kitchen. A clean kitchen is an important kitchen. You know, you wipe down your counters before and after. You carefully sanitize your dishes. Regularly wash your hands. Alright. Next thing we're going to need is a 1/4 cup of milk, cream, whichever. I've got buttermilk for now. So, double checking that I grabbed the 1/4 cup. Perfect. And now, just real quick, we're going to grab our fork. Mix it all up. We want this nice and stirred. We don't want anything to congeal and harden and separate. We want it to be all one glob. But we're not done there. Here I've got a little clove of garlic. Feel free to add more, feel free to add less. If you don't like fresh garlic, you can do garlic powder. There's those jars of like it's kind of like a pickled minced garlic. I'm really not sure what those are. I've never bought them. I always just fresh garlic. This one doesn't want to peel, and I'm not in frame. 2 solutions. This thing for peeling, and step back for frame. There we go. So, what I'm going to do, just because I personally friggin' love fresh garlic, and this is my personal favorite tool in the kitchen, is my little garlic press. So we're just going to add some fresh pressed garlic to our filling. Much of this garlic out as we can. Frickin' love garlic. You always know when I'm cooking because it reeks of garlic. My kitchen is basically a gas chamber for vampires. And give this a good mix too. Now you can call me a little extra. Call me a little fancy, whatever you want. I'm going to do 3 more things. Garlic powder, just a sprinklage of it, because it's good stuff. And then salt and pepper. The taste, you know? Staples in any dish. Every dish, really. Get this all mixed up. So now you got the first step of your filler done. Brought up the tablespoon for no reason. But anyways, now that the first step of the filler is done, you set it to the side, put away your fridge stuff, put that in the fridge. Wait for your potatoes to start cooking, or finish cooking, baking, whatever. We'll be back once the potatoes are done, and I'll show you what we're doing next. Alright, so our potatoes have finished baking. What we're gonna do, cut them in half, lengthwise. Got that nice crispy skin because we gave them the butter massage. Hot potatoes. Hot potatoes. And then this is just like a thing I do with my baked potatoes is I'm just gonna give them some slices, and then we're gonna do a couple slices in the other direction. And this is just one, it helps them cool better, and then two, for the scooping purposes, it just makes it easier to get all the potato out. So that is our next step. Is we're going to give this a little stir, kind of settled. This is our filler, of course. This is really hot. Scoop out potato. We're leaving the skin intact. That's really important. You gotta leave the skin intact. As we progress, you'll understand. Or if you looked at the video thumbnail, you'll see how it's supposed to look, you know? It's good stuff. Okay, that's one skin empty. Get another one out. Oh, that is so hot. I just realized I didn't do the transition thing like I... Oops. Oh. I was just so excited to get to these potatoes. Kind of wishing I had some chives, because I feel like that'd be a nice topper for all those at the end. And I was doing some thinking. I feel like instead of the like milk and cream, because it's kind of like a mashed potato situation you're going with, if you want like for the dairy texture, you could probably get away with like a sour cream. A lot of people are, fuck, that's hot. A lot of people are a fan of sour cream. I'm not, but I do know it's got its role in the kitchen. Alright, there we go. Skins all scooped. So, now we just need to mash all of this together, get the potato filler all done. This would be a good opportunity to add anything last minute. Maybe some onion powder. Does a little garlic. Just keep mashing this with the fork until it's all a nice, smooth, creamy, blended mess. Here's a fun fact about Elsen. I'm allergic to the nightshade family. Here's a fun fact about potatoes. They're part of the nightshade family. Alright. So, this looks good. Tastes good too. Now, we got our second spoon, the potato skin, and the air fryer tray. Although, again, this recipe is meant for ovens, so you probably have like a baking sheet if you're doing this. We're just gonna fill up the skins. Just stuff the skins with the filler. We'll probably pick it up and put more in it, don't worry. So much filler here, see? Not sure what I should talk about. While I was waiting the 40 minutes, because, really, the prep with the bowl really only took us like 5 minutes tops. Not even. I was playing some Skyrim. Cat, my character that I always play, doing some stuff, hanging out in Riften, making some money, and then went wandering into the woods and started killing some shit. And then I heard the air fryer go off, and I was like, oh, hell yeah. Get to the potatoes. Now, you're going to have to keep in mind that no matter how tightly you pack the filler into the potatoes, because you're adding more than just what was already the half of the potatoes, you're going to not be able to evenly flatten. They're going to have to round out. So, don't feel like you're wasting it or you're going excess. That's just the physics here. And gesundheit to whoever was sneezing upstairs. You can hear the saw because it's right through that wall. I'm sorry, y'all. At least this isn't an ASMR video, and noises like that don't just kind of kill the vibe. It's just kind of like oh, there's a world outside of my kitchen. Alright, so there's no shame, I'm gonna spill the crumbs there. We're gonna carefully place our stuffed potatoes into the air fryer. Well, into the air fryer tray. And then I don't remember what it said. Okay. So this time we're doing 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. If you have an oven, you have a broiler, you can, after they're done cooking, you can do a minute or two up by the broiler just to really get the golden brown crispy top. I obviously don't have that option, but the air fryer does a solid job of crisping the top, as you'll see, as you've seen in the thumbnail. Things are going to be pretty good. So while those are cooking, just personal preferences, I'm going to be cleaning up these little things. Washing the dishes in the sink, and in 15 minutes, when the potatoes are done, we'll bring them out, see how they turned out. Maybe I'll do a bite on camera, who knows. But yeah, it's double-baked potatoes from Skyrim. It's going to be fun. I like to think that, considering all the stuff I'm adding into it, the fun I'm going with it, the twist is this is a Skyrim's Nord classic, really, with their hearty potatoes. And this is Cat the Khajiit come wandering in and is boring white people food. Let's fix that with flavor. No offense. I'm sure these are delicious without all the stuff added into it. And honestly, if y'all want to see the OG by the book recipe done out, let me know, because I'll do it probably. A lot of recipes in here call for stuff that I don't have. Here we go. We're at temperature, 15 minutes, we'll be back. Alright, I remember the transition this time. Our potatoes are done. Now, before I maybe accidentally fuck them up, just for your sake, this is what I mean when I say top brown, end up nice and golden and shit. I'm gonna get this guy this way, this guy this way, this guy this way, and that one there for the sample. I'm just gonna dry off the knife. dry off the fork. So, here, you can see, nice and crispy. Nice and crispy, but even though there's like, the nice like golden browning on top, you can still see that it's soft, and that's nice. So, bite on camera, and then where the hell? Bite on camera. It'll probably be so fucking hot. I'm gonna burn my mouth, aren't I? Smells good. It's good. It's real good. It's real good. I recommend. Give this a try. Modify it. Do your own stuff. No recipe truly belongs to one person, especially when you can just modify it and make it your own, right? Alright. That's all. Subscribe to see more. I mostly do ASMR right now, but I'm probably going to dabble in some more cooking videos of various stuff. I really want to do a fried rice video, but then someone was like, oh, if you do that, Uncle Roger might react to your video. And I'm like, oh no, that's terrifying, terrible. What? No, I don't want that. I know my fried rice isn't going to be up to his standards. I just enjoy it. Anyways, like the video if you liked it. Drop a comment to let me know what you think. If you try this recipe yourself, comment and let me know how it turned out for you. Make a video. Show me how it turned out for you. Let's just flood YouTube with videos of Skyrim potatoes. Alright. See you next time, guys. Bye.